Even if what I saw wasn't the precise moment the firearm was discharged, it was almost the same thing. No, it's really not, bro. Yes, pointing his gun at the foreign man he was, that young lad in black. That much I myself did see. Furthermore, a visual search for the premises at the time confirmed that we were the only personnel present. Are you sure about that? Indeed, alone he was, the Englishman, dining all by himself. Therefore, no one other than the black uniformed cadet could have dispatched the Englishman. Over and out. Oh, look at the baby, so happy. These testimonies are certainly Wait, that's nonsense. The victim, Dr. Wilson, wasn't alone at all. Please, enough of these outbursts already. But there was a woman, there was a young woman at his table. You must have seen her. Everyone there must have seen her. If you call yourself a lawyer, I'm really not, then you will respect the rules of the court and speak accordingly. We are not here to listen to your fantasies. It is evident beyond all reasonable doubt that the victim was alone at the time of the incident. The prosecution has photographic evidence of this fact. Is this a photographic print of the scene of the crime, counsel? Indeed, off the table which the victim was dining, taken by an investigator immediately after the incident. As can plainly be seen, there is only one place set. Certainly, based on the appearance of this print, it would be reasonable to conclude that the victim was not in the company of anyone else. This doesn't make any sense. The court would add this new photographic evidence to the record. Man, everyone's just gaslighting poor Renosuke, aren't they? Yeah, this probably feels horrible. I don't understand. What's going on here? It's a conspiracy. It's always a conspiracy. It's just not possible that nobody else saw that woman. The waiter before said the same thing. He maintains that Dr. Wilson came to the restaurant alone as well. But that's not true. I saw her. I swear that I saw a woman with him. It would seem that we will be able to telegraph the report to Great Britain on time after all. The witness testimonies we have just heard leave no further room for doubt. These are very sensitive political times, as we all know, man. Same shit, different era. The ink is still fresh on the Great Britain Treaty. To think that I, Taketsuchi Aochi, will have contributed to the amity of these two great empires is an honor. Fan. How can this be happening? The judge is ready to rule. Stand tall, Renosuke. It's not over yet. What? If what you say is true, then there's something going on here behind the scenes. And now is your chance to expose it, to draw out the truth in your cross-examination. I don't know, Kazuma. The defense is entitled to cross-examine the witness, but make it quick. Understood? Rules can be so unbending at times. So many Uggs. So many Uggs from Renosuke. You must have noticed someone else at Dr. Wilson's table. There was a lady there. As you have been at pains to point out time and time again, I feel I'm growing a callus in my ear. And yet, no one else appears to have caught even a glimpse of this woman. If only there'd been more people dining there at the time, then someone else would have noticed her. Unfortunately, it was already past 2 p.m. when it happened. The quiet time being lunch and dinner in any restaurant. Yeah, everyone's kind of like going home. Of course, I know the place was almost empty. It's what you'd expect. Certainly, 2 p.m. is neither here nor there in terms of a time to eat. He says that. I wonder if there was a reason why the victim was eating at that time of the day, and why he was alone. Yes, Your Excellency, there was indeed a reason. There was? This was found in the victim's jacket pocket. What is that, Counsel? It is a medical report card, Your Excellency. It would seem that the victim had an appointment at a clinic prior to visiting the restaurant. Hot a clinic. No. No. 19th November, noon to past 1 p.m. The very day of the incident. So the victim went for a late lunch following his appointment. The explanation couldn't be more simple. The prosecution felt no need to submit this evidence before, as it really has no bearing on this case. I wonder, what do you think, Rinosuke? Well, it's hard to see how it could be related, really. Remember, you can request for it to be entered into the court record as evidence if you think it could be useful. Should I ask for Dr. Wilson's medical report card to be submitted as evidence or not? Of course you do. They would never prompt this if you didn't. If they did, and if you didn't need it, that would be cruel. If I may, I'd like to ask for the medical report card to be submitted as evidence, Your Excellency. On what grounds? The court has already heard conclusive witness testimony. Additional evidence would be extraneous. Not to mention that the victim's movements prior to his arrival at the restaurant are of no concern. You never fucking know. Whether or not they are of concern is for us to decide. We have the right to explore all possible avenues. You tell him, Kazuma. I beg your pardon? We have no authority to refuse a perfectly valid request for the submission of evidence. True. Very well. The court will grant the defense's request. Youngsters these days are forever asserting their rights. It is a most disturbing trend. Okay, boomer. Okay, fossil. It's Major area. Major area. Officer, kindly add it. We got it. Man, what a boomer. What we need right now is new clues. We have to explore things from every possible angle, even if they don't seem relevant at first. Right, I hear you. You can conspire to prolong this trial as much as you like, but at the end of the day, the festival is already over for you. Or perhaps you'd forgotten that these witness testimonies leave no room for doubt. Feel free to reiterate for the accused, Korekta-san. Let's have a look. This is some kind of medical history. And there's an entry for the day the professor was killed. Extraction of molar with topical anesthesia. Extraction of molar? You mean he had a tooth taken out? It would seem so. Just before the incident, he had a bad tooth removed. Perhaps they used laughing gas. That's the most modern practice in the West for pain relief. Yes, I've heard of this anesthesia, though it's hard to believe there's anything that can actually stop you from feeling pain. There's a cautionary note from the medical practitioner as well. Strictly no food or drink besides water for 3 hours post-procedure until anesthetic effects have passed. Really? Sounds like information worth bearing in mind. Honestly, 3 hours. Even if the doctor told me you can't do this for 3 hours, I would be like, I'm not touching shit until, like, I don't know, 6 more hours. The meaning of that one particular statement now totally changes. So, I think it's time we listen to the testimony again, don't you? Definitely. present thine evidence. Go. Oh, yes. Me, teacher, I got the answer. Well, I think, about what are you wittering, lad? Calling yourself a lawyer? I wish I could, but first and foremost here, I'm the accused. That's what I'm saying. Why do people keep telling me I'm a lawyer? Ryunosuke? Everyone stumbles on their words occasionally. Under the circumstances, I wouldn't worry about it. Thanks, Kazuma. Actually, yeah, that's really sweet of you. I could see it quite clearly in that cross-examination you just carried out. When you raised your hand straight up like that, so purposefully, you knew exactly what it was you wanted to say. He sees the potential in us. Don't feel like you have to choose your words carefully. Just say what you're thinking. Alright, and thanks for the advice. Genuinely, that was really nice of you, Kazuma. I missed that in my first playthroughs. Correcta-san, this is a medical report card belonging to the victim. I see, and I don't see. What of it, boy? Comparing what is written on this report card with your witness statement... Fuck. Something clearly doesn't add up. Dear me, have you forgotten my words so soon, you amateur? Sorry, what? What do you even... You are not to interrupt court proceedings with your amateurish drivel. But... Let's see if I can explain in words you might understand. It was after 2 p.m. in the afternoon when the victim was murdered at the restaurant. Whatever he or may have not done before that time is completely irrelevant. But that's... Remember, Ryunosuke, you don't have to use clever language or fancy words just to make your point. Your Excellency, I believe we've finished here. There is surely no need to prolong this trial further. The witness testimonies of the court has heard have been clear and concise. The medical report card has no bearing on the matter at all, for the simple reason that there's no one else beside this pale-faced pupil who could possibly... This medical report card has nothing to do with the case. Do you really believe that? Oh, what? That outburst half petrified me, boy. That actually it did. He was serious. Of course I believe it. How could it possibly be relevant? Perhaps because Hota Clinic, which issued the report card, is a dental clinic. A dental clinic? Is that supposed to mean something to me? Perhaps if I told you that the victim had just a tooth extracted. What's this now? And furthermore, if I told you that as a result, the victim had been forbidden from eating. I don't know why I said forbidden in such a weird way, I'm sorry. Just what are you trying to say, cadet? He had orders not to eat. So what? It's all written up in here. No food or drink other than water for 3 hours post-procedure while anesthesia wears off. I don't know why I said wears off like that. What? No. That can't. Correcta-san. What? My boy, what? As you just heard, when he was killed, sometime shortly after 2 p.m., the victim couldn't have been eating anything at all. No. Additionally, there's more. Oh yeah, baby, there's more! You have assured the court with unwavering self-confidence that the victim was dining alone. But that cannot possibly be the case. Because the victim, as we now know, had just one of his teeth extracted and was still experiencing the effects of the anesthetic. Expertly done, partner. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, he called me partner again. What is this nonsense, you little upstart? These are baseless accusations. Just look at this photographic evidence. Look at this photographic evidence. You can clearly see the plate of the food at the victim's table. Oh. His objection just makes me, use your head. That's the very discrepancy we're talking about. Or can't you follow the logic? Damn. Cuz... How dare you! I think it's fair to say that the tables in this restaurant, in this case, wouldn't you agree, Rito's kid? Sorry. Yes, most definitely. So having just undergone some dental surgery, the victim was unable to eat. Which leaves one very crucial conundrum. Who, in fact, was eating the pictured beef steak? The court will hear the opinion of the defense on this new puzzle. I'm not ready. Hang on, I gotta burp. Excuse me, there we go. Counsel? Oh, that means me, doesn't it? Alright, the answer to the question is going to be pivotal. This is the start of your turning this trial around. God damn it, show them what you're made of. A turnabout. Got it. So, the person eating the steak at the victim's table must have been... me! Yum yum! Let's go. Obviously, it could have only been someone else who was sitting at the professor's table. You will not let this go, will you? There was no such person. Yes, there was, bitch. There was, because I saw her. When the incident occurred, we know that the victim couldn't have been eating anything. Yet we have evidence of a half-eaten steak at his table. Therefore, the only logical... Eureka! Ergo. Conclusion, there was somebody else eating it. We have strong evidence to support our assertion. It is clear that these witness testimonies are unreliable. If the court decides to push through a ruling at this stage, we will lodge a formal complaint with the Ministry of Justice and pursue a fair retrial, relentlessly. Kazuma. Are you insane? You would take on the government? Honestly, big balls on this motherfucker. Don't worry, counsel. I have no issue with you. What do you mean? I have issue with them. Those two witnesses in the stand. What? What are you talking about? We have demonstrated with evidence that the victim was not alone. So, if it now turns out that the two of you deliberately lied when giving your testimonies, obviously, you will be charged with perjury. Perjury? And, since this is a murder trial, you will also be deemed complicit in the killing. Damn. Complicit in murder? No! Oh, look at the baby. Hold it. Hold it! Negative! There was no mention of this at the tactical meeting. I was just following orders. That's right. As the man says, you just say you never saw the gentlewoman. That's what they, told us. Oh, you done fuck. Oh. What? What did you just say, Korekta-san? Oh, no. You were just following orders. No, hold on, lad. I was, you say you never saw the gentlewoman. When you say gentlewoman, do you mean you saw the victim with the lady from overseas? What? What is the meaning of all this? These witnesses gave false statements in an Ace Attorney game? Just one. Just one simple slip of the tongue. Order! Order! Counsel, explain what is going on here. It's painfully clear now. You tried to prevent these witnesses from telling the truth. Absolutely not! The prosecution knows nothing of this. Fuck. Then who's behind this? Who tried to make who tried your mouth shut? Well, that's classified. So you're prepared to be tried as a conspirator for the murder, are you? You would. You would. This can't be happening. Ryunosuke. Judging from the way they're reacting to this, I'd say they were sworn to silence by someone with considerable influence. However, I don't believe Aochi had any idea about it. Yeah, he's sweating too. What are you saying? I mean, to wield that kind of influence, there are only a handful of possibilities. It could have only been the government, the military, or the police, I suppose. Well, any ideas about who might be behind this? If we can affirm who tried to silence these witnesses, then we can continue our pursuit. So, we need to name whoever it was that tried to make the witnesses keep their mouths shut. Of course, we'll need evidence before we make any firm accusations. Evidence that proves whoever it really did wield his or her power here. But how? How can we possibly... Remember how we made progress before? Before? We examined this piece of evidence in more detail, and found a new clue as a result. Oh, yes, that's right. Well, that's not the only piece of evidence we have, is it? We need to re-examine everything, and make sure there's nothing we've missed. There's no time to lose. Bam. I want answers. If it's proven that these witnesses have been manipulated, I assure you, the penalty will be severe. Please, wait, Your Excellency! I had no idea about any of this. I swear to every Shinto god. I knew nothing. And what does the defense have to say about all of this? Well, Your Excellency. No time to think. I'm just going to have to close my eyes and shout out the first name that comes to my head. Don't do that. Actually check the court record, man. Besides the prosecution, the only person with the necessary influence to manipulate the witnesses is... Honestly, if I were lost and I didn't do the evidence thing, I would have presented Mikoto, but... Oh my god, is he picking Kazuma? That's hilarious. No, he was not. Okay. Yes! Well, surely that would be Satoru Hosonaga-san. Hosonaga-san? The waiter who took the stand earlier? Poppycock! Wow. What possible reason would the waiter have to make with those witnesses to give false testimony? Not to mention the fact that even a head waiter could not possibly have that level of influence. For once, I would agree with you. If, that is, the man truly were a waiter. Well, if he truly were... Come on, Ryunosuke. Time to hit the court with the truth. The truth about Satoru Hosonaga-san's real identity as proven by this evidence. I don't think we've... Has he examined it yet? I don't think he has. Whee! Aww, he fucked up. Even has the Sakura. I learned from Detective Conan that Sakura is like the symbol of the police. Well, that's unexpected. What is? Look, do you see that it says the witness's name here? Satoru Hosonaga. Well, yes, business cards do tend to show the peasant's name. That's sort of the point. It's not the name that's unexpected, it's the job title. His job? Oh! Chief Inspector Chapichachi Satoru Sonaga, Primary Criminal Investigation Division, Imperial Police Bureau. Inspector! What on earth? I have no idea. But let's face it, the police have a lot of power and influence, if they're wielding it somehow here.